Emily's grandparents forever. Grandpa, where's Grandpa? Grandpa, Dr. Stephen, and I graduated from Skyline High School together. He headed off to UC Berkeley, and I didn't. I was at junior college somewhere, and I never saw him again. Then we'll fast forward 2 decades. And the now grandmother Barbara and I met years later at a membership charity event. Oh, she was chairman of the event. She wants to make sure you knew that. I saw her name badge, and it was like Whitgob, which is not one of those, names that pop up often. And it's unusual, yet familiar. The rest, as they say, is history. Barbara and I bonded, and we became besties and dearest friends for the last few years. Now about Emily. Where's Emily?
Hello.
So one day, this little, 8 or 9-year-old articulate little blonde, blue-eyed, smart as they come kid approached me and said she'd like to have a talk with me. Yeah. I thought, how much is this going to cost? No. She was wondering if I would be her godmother. I guess the one that was given to her was, MIA, and so she decided to choose her own godmother, and I was honored. And after I found out I didn't need to put braces on her teeth, and I didn't need to send her to college, thank God, I said I would be thrilled to be her godmother. And I haven't had to do much about it. All I had to do was every once in a while say, I'm the godmother. It was one of the luckiest days I can remember. Emily is, besides obviously a good person and a loyal friend, she's a wonderful and devoted sister
And mother.
daughter. and first to say that Ruth is a lucky child. I want to introduce Steve Chester, if you don't know who he is, right there. And Steve is going to follow up with some religious stuff.
And I married you and Beth.
Yes, you didn't marry us.
I didn't marry you, but I married you.
Yeah, he married us, and look how happy we are.
So this is a baby naming, child naming ceremony, welcoming someone into the Jewish peoplehood. We're going to be welcoming Ruth today into the Jewish peoplehood. The service itself was put together by Emily from various naming services and has participation of the grandparents and Julia, her aunt, and some of the traditional Jewish prayers. So we say at the beginning, Baruch haba, we welcome you into our midst. We greet you as you enter the covenant of Israel.
Light was the first of God's creations. As light appeared, it brought with it the possibility of all the wondrous things to follow. We too kindle lights of hope, of understanding, of celebration, of countless new possibilities. This little daughter with whom I have been blessed has already brought new light into our lives. May God's radiance continue to shine upon us. May she grow to be a source of light to all those around her. May her radiance illuminate the world. May the light of the Torah and mitzvot be reflected in her shining deeds, and may she help bring the light of redemption to the world.
Our God and God of all generations, we are grateful for new beginnings, for the bond of life that links one generation to another. Thankful for the blessings of family, for the love and care that brings meaning and happiness to our lives. May we continue to rejoice in this gift we have been given. May we continue to grow together as a family in health and strength, in harmony, wisdom, and love.
With an overflowing heart, I bring my daughter before family and friends to grant her a name and enter her into the community of Israel. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might, I thank you, God, for the gift of this wonderful child. I thank you for a healthy pregnancy, a safe delivery, and a speedy recovery. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might, I pray for continued health of my child. I pray for her to be strong in mind and body, to grow steadily and sturdily in a home filled with joy. I pray for her to become a person who greets the world with passion, courage, humility, humor, and patience. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all my might, I pray for God to watch over me and my family. I pray for the ability to love and nurture this child, to provide for her and to educate her, to understand her and allow her the freedom to grow.
Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Kayem et hayalda hazot, לאמא, ויקרא שמה וישראל, רות שירה בת אלישבע, וישמח ויוצא חלציו, תגל אמו בפרי בטנה. זאת הקטנה, גדולה תהיה, כשם שנכנסה לברית, כן תיכנס לתורה, לחופה ולמעשים טובים. Our God and God of our mothers and fathers, sustain Ruth through her parent loving care. Let her be known among our people Israel by the name of Ruth Shira Bat Elisheva. May her name be known as a source of joy to her, and inspire her to serve our people with all humankind. May Emily rejoice in her growth of body and soul, and now she brings her into the covenant. So may she, with wisdom and patience, lead Ruth to a life filled with Torah, with Chukpah, and with Ma'asim Tovim, the pursuit of good deeds. And together we say,
Amen.
And now we ask the most holy of our blessings upon the two of you. And it happens to be that it's also in the today's Torah portion what's called the priestly blessing. So we say the following. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha, may God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, may God's graciousness be upon you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lach shalom. May the graciousness be upon you, and may you enter into a world that your parents have not known, your grandparents have not known, into a world of shalom, a world of peace. Amen.
Amen.
This happened. Priestly
I like it.
I think a lot of you know, but Ruth's name comes from, named after Grandma Reba, so the R there, and then our other grandma Alice, her middle name was Ruth, so we get the Ruth for both. And middle name is Julia, happened to like her Aunt Julia, and it's a J name because we wanted to remember our great Aunt Jenny, who was like a third grandmother to us. So she gets all those names together, and her Hebrew name is Ruth, or Root in Hebrew, and Shira. Julia really, really loves the name Shira, and she had a big contribution to picking her Hebrew name. And it means song, and we have a very good friend who's known all of us and was close with Julia since she was in kindergarten, I think, named Shira, who happens to be here. And so Ruth gets to carry on all of those names of people we love very, very much. And when we think about all the Ruths that we know and either know well or know of, we have a wonderful Supreme Court Justice who had the name Ruth. We have a matriarch of our synagogue, it was Pearl Wolfs, and we learned that her middle name was Ruth also, so we get to include her in her name. And as people get to meet Ruth, and I've had so many people tell me, oh, she's the 5th generation Ruth I know, and they go back to grandparents, great-grandmothers who were named Ruth, and so she has a long legacy that she's following.
Ellie?
May she be praised in health, peace, and tranquility to study Torah, to stand under the chuppah, if that is her choice, and to do good deeds. We dedicate her to Torah, to a never-ending fascination with study and learning. With a book, she will never be alone. We dedicate Ruth to chuppah, to never-ending growth as a human being, capable of giving and receiving love. With loving family and friends, she will never be alone. We dedicate this child to Ma'asim Tovim, to a never-ending concern for family and community, justice and charity. While she cares for others, she will never be alone.
This is Allie. I didn't introduce her earlier. My very best friend from 4th grade, who was in California and has moved to the East Coast, and her whole family. We get to have them here today, visiting with us.
It's an honor.
Every person born represents something new, something that never existed before. It is the duty of every person in Israel to know and consider that she is unique in her particular character, and that there has never been someone like her. Or if there had been, there would have been no need for her to be in the world. Every single person is a new soul and is called upon to fulfill the particular peculiarity and
life is forever bound up with the life of her people. May we always help her to remember this. The gift of independence. Let the love and care for my daughter always be healthy and positive. While I support and protect her, let me remember that she will find her own path to maturity as she grows with her own thoughts, ambitions, and commitments. Let me respect and appreciate her uniqueness and teach her to respect this in others. The gift of education. Let us share the love of learning. May I help her to appreciate the curiosity, awe, and fascination that is the world into which she was born. Let her also see that ours is a world that contains hunger, pain, and injustice, so that she may choose to take part in the great task of righting these wrongs. The gift of unconditional love. This child will always know that her family cherishes her and values not only for her achievement, but because she is a unique and beautiful human being whose life we are privileged to share.
Julia?
We hope to teach Ruth to be caring and loving person with a sense of humor on her own work and respect for others.
Welcome. I love you, Ruthie. I know that your being here will make a difference. I am confident that during your years on earth, you will make this world a better place to live. May we all have the joy of experiencing many magical moments when your eyes will be filled with the wonder of life and the beauty of the world.
Before we do the prayer over the wine, we'll need a little wine here. I'll let someone bring it. I just want to say a couple words here. First of all, Ruthie, you have to listen because I'm giving you a sermon, so that's the first thing. On a more serious note, this family is very near to us as a family, and it's my honor to be able to do this, knowing you for a long time, knowing your family for a long time, doing many celebrations with you, but also that she is so lucky, Ruth is so lucky to be born to you in a wonderful family, that she will always be protected, she will always be cared for, she will always be loved, and that is so important. But one little instruction to you, Emily Whitgob, which is make sure that as she grows, you let her have the independence that she is going to need to grow as a young person, but at the same time have a little rope around her waist so that when she goes a little too far, you can pull her back in and give her the love that she'll need all along. So may you be blessed, and may she be blessed, and the whole family, as we say together, Mazal Tov. And now we're going to, you have to give a little tip of yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Amen.
Rabbi said it was okay.
Yeah, take her to Napa. We're set. All set. So now we're going to say the following, everyone. Siman Tovu, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ulechol Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Ulechol Yisrael. Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov, Siman Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Siman Tov. Yehelanu. Mazel Tov. Oh wait, we're not done.
And
You can thank whomever you want.
And thank you everybody for coming. You are her family, and it's what I've heard so many times that it's the village and all the people who care for her. And it's so reassuring to me that we have all of you. And thank you to Kathy and Bob and Allison for everything you've done for this beautiful day. It's perfect.
And we give you this, the naming certificate.
Oh, that's pretty.
For you. Here's the envelope it came in. And Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov, Reba.
There are sweets to be eaten.
Yes, please eat.
I watched them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. See friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do? They really say, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Everybody gotta save themselves, make the kuleana pono for help the other. And when you make the kuleana, pono, then it's like kind of automatic kind of. You don't need to talk, the stuff going to happen. And you just gotta let them, and the stuff just waiting for when you ready. And what happened? The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. See friends shaking hands, singing, how do you do?